Today's message is entitled The Pinecone. The Pinecone. As we travel through Lent this year at All Saints, we are studying, we are trying to be repairers, menders of the breach, menders of the breach. We are attempting to repair what has been broken in each one of us, in ourselves, our family, our community, our world, and with our God. And so last week, if you remember, we talked about those broken places within ourselves, those deep places that only we know of when Jesus went into the desert and found his mission, found his assignment, and came out of the desert ready, willing, and able to do what was necessary. Going deep, and finding what was needed of repair in himself, so that he could indeed repair the world. This Sunday we speak of families, that which is broken, that which is in the breach with our families. And many of us carry wounds from our families of origin, wounds that often poke us like broken glass in the middle of the night. When I was growing up and watching TV on that little itty bitty TV screen that we had in our house, did any of you have that little TV? Yeah. The cabinet was as big as the altar, but the screen was. Yeah. And so we had a vision of what the perfect family was like. Ozzie and Harriet, Donna Reed, bachelor father, Patty Duke, Ozzie and Harriet, and the list goes on, where there was really never much trouble in the family. There were a few funny vignettes that needed to be sorted out, but there really wasn't much of consequence that occurred in the family. Everybody got along. There was no pain. No one raised their voice, and all was well. I know my family wasn't like that, and I know many of your families were not like that as well. So what do we do? What do we do with those memories? What do we do with those broken pieces of ourselves, those deep hurts and pains that are often caused by family? How do we handle it? How do we repair the breach? How do we become repairers of the breach? Well, saints, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, and it's a matter of forgiveness and reconciliation. And those are two different things, and they're vastly different. Forgiveness is an individual sport like tennis. Forgiveness can be accomplished at any time that we choose to. Anywhere that we choose to, we can make the commitment to forgive. Reconciliation is much different. Reconciliation with those who have hurt us is a team sport. There has to be agreement, consensus between those who are in conflict to actually make amends and repair the breach. We can't always control when reconciliation occurs. Sometimes it never occurs. But we can control when forgiveness occurs. Forgiveness is deep within each and every one of us. That ability to let past what is past and move on to the future with courage and dignity and honor. In today's Old Testament lesson, we hear, "Go from your country and your kindred to from your father's house to the land that the Lord will show you." To the land that the Lord will show you. And sometimes when families are broken, the only way to repair is to get away. The only way to repair is to get away, to leave your father's house and to move into the land that the Lord has shown you, the land that's waiting for you. Forgiveness, yes, absolutely. Reconciliation, perhaps. It will come. It will come when it's time for it to come. Elder Wilbur Buck, he's an elder of the Ojibwe Nation. And he has some wise words for us today, some deep wisdom. And he says we must make peace with our memories. We must make peace with our memories if we are to walk forward in a straight way. We must make peace with our memories. So those of us who have come from broken families, broken pots, shattered places, we must make peace with those memories, or those memories will haunt us forever. They'll take us down, and we won't be able to restart again. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. You know, the deeper the pain, the more secret it becomes. And when we are deeply beset by problems with our families of origin, we bury those pains. We bury them deep. And as I said, the deeper the pain, the more difficult it becomes to speak of it. But here, during this period of Lent, when we talk about repairing the breaches in our family, we have to dig deep. We have to dig deep to those secret places where only we know, and let the forgiveness process begin. As the song says, let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace in our families. And let it begin with me. You know, this morning's message is entitled Pinecone, and you're probably wondering why that is. You know, the pinecone is an amazing piece of nature. You know, the pinecone is a seed spreader. The pinecone is meant to come apart. In its nature, it has one duty and one duty only, and that is to come apart so new seeds and new growth and new beginnings can occur. Sometimes in our families, we stay too long. Sometimes when things are overwhelming, we stay too long. Yes, we forgive, but in order for us to grow, in order for us to blossom again, like the pine cone, some things are meant to come apart, so that all of the ones can grow, can be in a fresh place, a new place, and live into their assignment for the greater glory of God. The pine cone, the seed spreader, sometimes, always, meant to come apart, and new life can begin from old. So saints, as we ponder this week the breaches in our family, I ask you to dig deep. It's painful, hurts like process of forgiveness. Begin that process of loving fearlessly. Begin that process of reconciliation. For our words always are love one another as I have loved you. And love fearlessly. Whether it be ourselves, our families, our community. Love fearlessly is our message. And if you didn't come from a healthy family, do your best to make sure a healthy family comes from you. These words are offered in the name of the Father, the Son,